Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back in the zone, my local, and it's a chest day, which is everyone's favourite, right? So I'm going to do just chest, but maybe delts if I feel like it at the end. And for my chest workout, I'm going to focus on the incline angle, as that works the mid pecs pretty much just as well as the flat stuff, but it's that upper stuff that the flat stuff doesn't really address in the same way. So I'm going to do lots of sets on the incline, a little bit extra on chest, some kind of isolation, see what's left at the end for a full workout here. What I've noticed while I'm getting ready at the moment is that for late afternoon, early evening, and early in the week, it's actually very quiet in here. And it's because it's raining outside, and I've never really understood that, you know. It's like the gym has a roof. It's not like Venice Beach. It's not like one of those places or your outdoor calisthenics places. We've got a roof per se. You'll be fine when it's raining, and I get to the gym come rain or shine. Most people travel in their car, but it seems to put them off if it's raining. So if that's your excuse, don't let it be an excuse. But if it is your excuse, I'm going to take the best of it and have free reign of the equipment here. Now I'm starting with the MTS incline press on the machine, and what I remember from last time is it was a really good incline angle for me on notch 11, so I'm getting that exactly right on the seat height that I had last time. And that's something to always bear in mind when you're using the same equipment. If it's particularly awesome on a certain setting, either make a mental note or even write it down if you wouldn't remember otherwise. It's worth knowing that by getting it just right, you know. Okay, I'm all ready for set one. I'm going to really think about my goals as I push through the harder reps at the end of this set, so I really want that 300 pounds before winding things down. This road's 300 pounds here, and I was 295 this morning. I'm really not too far off. Here we go, set one. But it's going to be just as much about the food to achieve that. And I was thinking about the all-you-can-eat buffet as I was walking up here. They're all very food focused. I've got a feeling they're closed on Tuesdays, so I'm going to have to look that up. But a lot of that is going to have to feature to make it. I'm going to put the weight up a little bit for set two. I have stepped this up to 60 kilos each side, but I still want high reps here. Let's have it at set two. Oh, that's pretty good. It's nice to include an exercise with each side working independently, so the pecs and triceps of each side are equally stressed. It's since really fixing the seat height nice for me on this machine that I've come to appreciate this one. Before discovering this exact setting, the angle it was giving me for incline, I didn't really rate this machine compared to just incline bench dumbbell press. But since I used it last time and set that, I think it could be very effective for me. So we'll do set three just as hard. There we go. set. So when you've got machines with pins, it's very convenient for drop sets. So here we go, drops of half on each. Good way to do a drop set. It's a rule of thumb, go half and continue. Next up, I'm on the hammer strength ISO wide, and this is kind of the flat angle, but it converges more like pressing inwards, so you get more activation of the pectorals in theory, because what the pectorals do is cause adduction of the humerus around the shoulder. That's that happening, that's what you get in a fly motion. But you get a little bit of that with this press as it presses inwards. So it's a nice one to try, and what you will find is that you're lifting more weight than you expect if you haven't used it before, a machine like this, plate loaded. I'm using 4 plates on here, but for this it's really not a lot, because you're not pressing directly against gravity, you know, pressing something up vertically above you. This is pressing out kind of like diagonally, somewhere in between horizontally and vertically, so you haven't got the full weight of it. So go heavy on this, that's what I'm saying. Set 1, here we go. Set 2. And last one here. It's quite enough of that. I was considering a drop set, but it does get a little bit unwieldy with the plates and getting back into that continued set quickly. So you should keep that stuff with having the second set of dumbbells ready, or using the machine with the pins. I was going to go straight from that to my isolation with the machine flies that I love, but it's in use, and I always like to keep the exercise routine moving, keep the workout going, keep the pump, keep energetic and not be kicking around. So I feel there's no reason why I can't do another flat exercise if I go lighter on the dumbbells doing it as third exercise. So I've got up to using the 140 pound ones. I'm going to give the 90 pound ones, significantly less, a little blast for higher reps. Well, I should certainly hope higher reps. And then move on to my isolation, and that'll be it for chest. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's like sort of higher reps. That's more exercise than nothing else. I really was a little bit wobbly on that first set there, so I'm going to really try and keep it stable no matter how many reps I'm going for on this second one. I'm about to lose the hacks. I'm getting so over hot in this rag top. I need to stop wearing the woolly ones in the gym. Anyway, here we go, set 2. Ah, that's more like it. It does actually feel nice without the hat on. And I freshly shaved this down to a grade 1 just before coming out today. The fresh sebum effect. But it's always, my breathing gets too heavy with the weight that I'm at if I put the microphone on my shirt, so I always like it on the hat, but just too hot for that right now. I've got one more set of this, and then if there's space back there, I'll look at my isolation and wrap it up for the day. That was like the first set all over again, but it's all my pressing done for today. Right, now on to my isolations for the chest fly set 1. And set 2. I'll leave you to it. Cheers. So that's it for the workout there. See how I'm getting on. I definitely need to wear something less thermal, less warm for these crazy tops. Sweating my ass off there. Let's see the back as well. Not bad. Not bad condition for 295 pounds this morning. I figured out today that at my height, the threshold for being morbidly obese would be 320 pounds. The threshold for obese at my height is 220 pounds, which I surpassed a long time ago. So the weight that I am now is kind of closer to the marker between obese and morbidly obese than the marker between overweight and obese. Fun facts for you. Anyway, before I get too excited about the exact level of obesity by BMI that I've reached at this point, I thought I'd wrap up the video. And as you can see, it's raining a bit, nothing too heavy, but I'll just show you I'm here, rain or shine, keeping with my program. And I just realised, like, what people call you is almost exactly in line with the levels of obesity, because, like, I would be obese at 220 pounds plus, and that's when people just call you big man. But what I've realised is once you get to that kind of 300 threshold, or getting close to morbid obesity, they start calling you big dog. Anyway, just noticed that, just thought I'd mention. But enough silliness, enough stupidity here. Let's talk about your progress, because we're early on in the week and you can make the best of it if you reset all the nutrition stuff, because I want to keep that in the videos, because it's probably more important than the training. I know we love the training, it's the heart and soul of the bodybuilding, but I really think that nutrition is key. And pretty much everyone that I help out, that's the main thing that needs to be adjusted, baselined, tracked and readjusted for coming weeks. So make sure you check out the other videos that explain planning the bulking diet, planning the cutting diet, and how to track. These are all separate videos where they've got those those words in the thumbnail, like planning the bulking diet, planning the cutting diet. Those are in the thumbnails if you look down in my videos. So if you want to keep tabs on all of this, obviously make sure you subscribe and you'll get this stuff as it arrives. But in the previous stuff, that's what's going to help you most if you want to make the most of all your workouts and your progress for the rest of this week and the rest of this year. So check those out. I suspect that the time of year that we're at now, the cutting one's going to be more useful for more of you. But if you're really looking at long-term progress, it's going to be more the planning the bulking diet that's going to be useful for you. So take a look at that. It'll tell you how to do it all on your own, you know. So you don't have to have a coach or have to have like an app doing all this. You can just work it out much more accurately yourself. And I recommend how to do this and how to put it into a meal plan that's going to work for you. And then the kind of adjustments that you'd make after checking things after a week. So check that out. I'm going to be back in the gym tomorrow, and very soon I'm going to be explaining what I plan with my next routine that's really going to focus on arms and legs, basically. But the real push for me right now is reaching that 300 pounds, as that was the challenge. So for me, pushing hard on food, I need to check right now if that buffet place is going to be open, because these all-you-can-eat restaurants are a big part of my strategy when it just gets to this point of pushing as much as possible. And global buffet here. Yeah, I thought it was closed. Unfortunately, it's closed. It's closed Tuesdays. So I'll stick to my usual meal plan. And if you haven't seen my previous videos on my usual meal plan, I'll just tell you now. So at my weight and my activity, my current bulking plan is like 3 yolks and about 15 whites as a scrambled mix of egg with about 6 slices of toast. That's the breakfast, and then the following lunches are split into 2 or 3, and in total they're 400 grams of uncooked white jasmine rice and a kilo of chicken breast, or about 600 grams if I switch to chicken thigh to make it more flavourful. And then the post-workout meal is 5 scoops of cream of rice and up to half a kilo of white fish. And then the last meal of the day is 5 or 6 eggs with a steak, usually a sirloin, sometimes a ribeye, and that's the whole thing. And then I'm teetotal, no alcohol, and the only drinks are basically like water, a pre-workout if I'm particularly tired, and occasionally a coffee, but really try and avoid it because focusing on sleep as well. And that's my diet. So, you know, if you're already big and you want it to like copy it, you could do exactly that. If you're looking to get big and you like the sound of those ingredients, you could just do the same thing in the same order, but scale it down slightly, check it the next week and go from there. That's the basic summary anyway. So that I'm ahead on these meals for the day, I need to get back and do the white fish and the cream of rice, and then just proceed as normal with sadly no buffet, and I'll be back online soon as. Catch you later.